It is said that small minds talk about people, medium minds talk about things, and great minds talk about ideas. Today will be an exchange of insightful ideas. I do not know everything about you, but I know something about you even without knowing you. You have greatness in you. You have the ability to do things that you cannot even begin to imagine. You have talents and skills in you that you have not even begun to reach for yet. What I have learned over the years of being a teacher and part of a team is that I am not the most important person in the room. Everyone else is. And if everyone else is more important than you, then you will naturally pay more attention to them and serve them. But the good news is that you are in the picture too. So hopefully to them, you are the most important person and they will serve you. No one is leading, we're all following the follower, serving the servant. Life is full of heroic moments and people. Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you say, and people may even forget what you do, but they will never forget how you make them feel. The effect that you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Being a hero starts with you. You must be able to take care of yourself first in order to authentically serve others. How will you serve the world? What do they need that your skills and talents can provide? What is your why? What is your purpose? If you have a big enough why, then your what, when, where, and how are easy. In order to have your why, you must let go of the past. It is time to free yourself and decide what you want your life to be about. Our life is dynamic and constantly changing. Life is automatic, but progress is not. You must divorce yourself from the past, and here's the key: live forward. You don't get in life what you want, ladies and gentlemen. You get in life what you are. You must take personal responsibility to make things happen. For things to change, you must change. For things to get better, you must get better. Many think that failure is a step backwards. No. Failure is a step forward in the right direction, and progress in every sense of the word. You will learn and gain something new from it every time. You will feel less anxiety when you do it again. It is believed instead that most people fail in life because they aim too high. It is not that they aim too high, but they aim too low, or not at all, and miss the target. There are those of you whose life is not where you want it to be. You messed up. You are doing good, but struggling to get to great. You are fighting your way through cancer, divorce, academic struggles, employment. You must fight through the fears and battles. Where you are is temporary. You will not remain there. You cannot change the past, but you can influence the future. You are ready and able to do beautiful things in this world. You will have to harness your will and challenge yourself to be great. There are no guarantees in life, but there is one guarantee for sure. Without action, there will be no outcome. It doesn't matter what happens to you, but what happens in you that is important. If you're going to fall on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. The second step to being a hero is fail forward. That's right. Yes, I said it. Fail forward. Record your failures in a day, and this will show you how much you are working towards your goal. Growth is a process, and who you become is the most important factor. The character you build, the courage you develop, the belief that you manifest. You will be a different type of person through the journey of being a hero. If it is hard, then do it hard. Success is an option. You represent an idea and a possibility. When you become the right person for you, you develop a certain uniqueness and value to others. And being a hero by serving others is possible. Joseph Campbell said, "The cave that you enter holds the treasure that you seek." Let me say that again. The cave that you enter holds the treasure that you seek. What is the symbolic cave that you will enter? A new job, the audition for the school play, entering a tournament, having a strong family, that baseball tryout? Listen to your call to adventure and accept the challenge. Conquer your fear and claim the treasure you seek. So I just really wanted to thank you guys for coming out today. This is our very first event that we ever hosted. And I think it's going to be an exciting event to move forward with new events. Right? But we wanted to open the floor to some questions. If you guys had any questions, and don't be shy. Okay? It could be anything, okay? Mr. Hume.
How do you give kids opportunity to fail and learn from it in this day and age with school being so regulated, and it seems like there's a lot of protections for kids and they don't really have a chance to fail?
It's good. It's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes. And you lead by example. If you fail, you make a mistake, and you get angry, and you don't know how to handle the situation, then you're not setting a good example for your son or your daughter. I really believe that it starts with you. Okay? As a parent, as leaders, as community members, we have to understand there's two things, eyesight and mindsight. Eyesight is what you see. As parents, you have to have a mindsight, which is different. It's what you interpret from what you see. So your goal is to help Oliver work through those struggles when he fails. It's okay to fail. So for me, I really believe as adults, we have a responsibility to help them interpret things the right way. Okay? Tyler.
What was your highest point, like your highest achievement?
Oh, wow.
Say that
That's a
again,
big
my
one.
friend.
I can always rely on Tyler to ask me a very important question.
What was your highest point or highest achievement that you've ever gotten in life?
That's a good question. You're going to have to think about that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Right? There are many things, so I have to address it to Tyler. Right? So, I think, Tyler, probably one of the strongest things I believe in is the opportunity to help other people. When I was working in the lab, I was what we call pipetting. Right? We do our research, we do our experiments, and we don't talk to people. It's always behind the scenes. And it was academic research versus clinical research. So it wasn't curing cancer. Right? And so my highest achievement for me, Tyler, is the opportunity to work with people and to service them, right? And to make a difference in their lives. And for me, I believe that my purpose and why is I teach to earn the respect of the people I respect. That was for you. And that's my why. Ms. Lauren?
Was school hard for you?
Oh, good question. School was hard for me. Right? There's a difference between talent and skill. I was one of those students where I had to study all the time. I couldn't get it. Right? I'll tell you a funny story. In college, for exams, for finals, I would never sleep because I was afraid that I would forget what I was taught. So I review over and over and over again. And so I'd always stay up during finals, like 3 days straight. And let me tell you why I don't drink coffee. For 3 days straight, I didn't eat much, right? Studying for finals. And I didn't drink much. I didn't do anything but study. I was staying up all night. My roommates asked me to drink coffee to help me stay up. It was a bad idea, right? For 20-something years, I have not drank a cup of coffee because I'm afraid of my stomach, right? But school was hard for me. It was never easy. We have a saying which we tell the instructors, hard work will beat talent when talent won't work hard. Okay? I don't have talent. I just work hard. Yes, sir. Hard work will beat talent when talent won't work hard. Okay? There are a lot of people that have incredible natural ability, but I guarantee you, if you sit by the sideline and rely on your ability, I will catch up to you because I'm going to work harder. When you're sleeping, I'm working. Okay? When you're eating, I'm training. Okay? I guarantee you, I will work harder because of that, because I don't have that natural ability. Caleb?
And also from when you said that when you stayed up because you were afraid of forgetting what you taught, actually sleeping helps you is actually better for studying because you might end up going,
where were you 10, 20 years ago? You know? Do you see this? This is why all the hair is gone. I didn't sleep. Right. So.
Did you have a question?
Well, the kids are like hitting me with some hard questions today.
Yeah, and I noticed how you said 10 years ago.
Oh.
Just saying. Who else had their hand? Did you have your hand up? No? Who else had their hand up over here? Oh, okay.
What was it like to start from scratch?
Oh, that's a good question. It's probably the hardest thing possible. I remember when we opened up Rancho Penasquitos. At the end of the night, I would just sit on the curb and just look at the sign. Couldn't believe that I was doing this. It was hard. I think Mr. Sears kind of knows this because he's been opening up locations of his business, and it's an incredible task. His task is 100 times bigger than mine, but for me, opening up that first school was hard. I didn't think I could do it. But I'll tell you this, my parents were very supportive. And I thought, my dad, when I told him I want to do martial arts instead of go to med school, he would say, what are you doing? You must go to graduate school. He said, do what you love. And with that drive and that motivation, we opened up Rancho Pen. And I thought he would say, no, you're going to shame the family. You can't do that. But he said, do what you love. And that's what motivated me. Devin?
Was it hard to get where you are now?
Well, yeah. See all this hair again? All gone. Yeah. It is hard. Okay? And I made mistakes. Okay? But I learned not to do it again. And that's something common that everyone goes through. And it was not easy. Nothing is easy. Okay? Easy is not an option. It's going to be difficult. Okay? So, yes, it was hard. It was difficult. Miss? Did I sleep at night? You know, it's funny because some of the students, they say, do you sleep up there? Right? They ask me, do you know what Jack in the Box is? I do. I do sleep. Unfortunately, I only get 3 to 4 hours a night. I don't sleep a lot. Right? It's bad because I know physiologically it's bad for your brain. You need to sleep. You need to rest. But I can't. My mind just keeps on going all night. Okay? So I will try for the kids. Sleep more. Caleb, I understand. Who's this?
What's the best part about your job?
Ooh. Working with people. Seeing them grow. We had kids start when they were 3, and now they're in college. Okay? That's the best part, seeing people grow and change. And the best part, AP, is that I learn as much from you as you learn from me, even if you're 4 years old. Because I will learn more patience from you. Right? I will have more fun with you. Okay? And so I do learn as much from you as you learn from me. Sir?
Danny, thank you for your talk. Appreciate it. In terms of, especially as an adult, you know, in terms of trying to live life as a hero, you know, like you talked about,
Yep.
Are there certain things that you recommend in terms of like signs that you're staying on track or you're coming off track?
It's a good question. For me, I really believe it's accountability. Okay? We do something now with instructors. They're called commitment cards. Every week, we're accountable to each other. Okay? You have to say or do what you're going to say. Okay? If you don't, okay, then you're not following the path of the commitment. And so we are accountable for each other. So to help you keep on track, write a commitment card to your son. Write a commitment card to your wife. Okay? And we do 3 things. The commitment card 1 is your training. What are you going to do and accomplish within 1 week? Your business, what are you going to help to grow your business within 1 week? And then your team. Okay? So for you, sir, I would recommend your business, right, your work, your family, right, and yourself. Right? So that's how you keep on track. Right? Make a commitment to other people, be accountable. Okay? Sir, Christian?
How hard did you work to get to white belt to black belt?
Oh, good question. Okay. Unfortunately, for me, I trained white belt to black belt within a year and a half. It was not good. Okay. The skills are there, but I didn't understand what a black belt is. And that's why this whole new revolution for our team is that it's not about the technique. Right? I taught a 2.5-year-old before. Okay? Anyone can learn the martial arts, but it doesn't mean you understand it. Who you become, the discipline, the sacrifice, the commitment, the long hours, right? The respect. So I'm learning more now than I did back then. Did that answer your question, sir? Okay. Caleb's brother, I don't know your name.
Braden.
Braden. Please stand and announce your affiliation.
What was it like when you first started the karate session?
What was it like when I first started karate? I had no idea what I was doing. No idea. And for those of you who know me, I started much later in the career of the martial arts, not as a kid. So I had no idea what I was doing. And the greatest thing, to answer your question, a 6-year-old orange belt asked me as an adult, "Do you need help tying your belt?" The most humbling experience I've had in a long time, right? And from that day, I respected, because I know that she can teach me something, even though she's only 6 years old. It's the cutest little girl. She helped me tie my belt because I didn't know what to do. Right? Other questions? Sir?
I've seen on your website, as well as you touched a little bit on it earlier today. Can you talk about your why and what do you mean by that?
Okay. In being a hero or anything that you do, you have to have your clarity of why. What does that mean? You have to understand your intention, your purpose, your reason for everything that you do. My why for doing what I do is because I wanted to give back more than I received as a student. Okay? I wanted to have a global imprint and impact in this community and outside of it. Okay? My why wakes me up every morning. Right? You know, Zig Ziglar said, it's not an alarm clock, it's an opportunity clock. Okay? But for me, it's my why. I wake up every morning with a certain intent and purpose. Okay? But to give back more than I received. That's my why. Oh, thank you. Lorraine?
So how do you stay there despite life being busy and all that? How do you stay motivated?
How do you stay motivated with all those different stresses of life, right? We have something that we call the success cycle, and that's one of our videos that we did just recently. Right? It's hard because you get pulled by different directions: kids, family, stress, work, health, everything. This cycle applies to everything in your life. Right? Know what you want. What is it that you want? Have a plan. You have to write it out. How are you going to do this? And a success coach, someone to motivate you, someone to be in your corner, your husband, your wife, your family, your kids, your friends, your sensei. Take consistent action. You have to do it consistently. You can't do it every once in a while. Okay? Being a hero is not a sometime thing. It's an all-time thing. Okay? Review your progress. Renew your goals. Once you reach a certain level, see where you are, where have you been, and then renew your goals. What are you going to do next? Okay? But the main thing is having structure and having people to help you. Hey, that coach on the side, that friend. That's how I do it. Yeah. Sir?
Thanks. Danny, thank you for the talk. You mentioned in your talk about failing and failing forward and errors, and I was just wondering, do you have a particular process, personal process, that you go through whenever you make an error or have a failure? In particular, like a bad failure, one that, you know, we all, I think, have failures and things that happen. We're embarrassed, or, you know, it's like, oh, I did that, I wish that hadn't happened, or, you know, what, do you have a particular thing?
Absolutely. I'll talk it from a martial arts side and then discuss it through a personal side. And they're kind of interrelated. So when my partner and we spar, and I get hit in the face, right? The first thing I tell him, first I smile, and I say thank you, because I shouldn't have blocked with my face, right? Second thing is I ask him to do it again. Do the exact same thing, because you know what? I'm not going to let you do that again. That was my fault that I dropped my hands or I put my face there for you to hit it, right? And so the process is, for me, when I see or I know that I had a failure, is to go backwards a little bit and to have that failure repeated again so that I can learn from it. I won't say, okay, let's just do the next thing, right? Let's just go into the next task. I'll evaluate, I'll look at it, I'll really scan it, right? What I do is this. You guys all seen like on TV and how here's an image and they go around the whole thing, like the 3D effect, right? I do that with my martial arts and with my life. I take a step back and I don't look at here, I don't look at it from the side. I look at it through 360. That's my process, right? So I try to cover it from every single angle, right? And I welcome failures. I want failures because that means I'm growing and I'm working. Okay? One more child question? They're always good. You guys must be hungry and thirsty for the wine. No? Tyler?
He's waiting for the microphone.
Do you regret anything in your career?
Let me Google that. Do I regret? When you say career, I would say no. I regret some things, right? I regret college. I'll tell you why. I didn't do anything in college. All I did was study. I worked 2 jobs, right? And when people were partying, I was in the lab, right? Till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night, right? So in terms of that, I regret. But I don't regret much. But it's okay to regret it. We say this. No failure, no experience. No experience, no wisdom. So I'll learn from it, Tyler. It's okay, right? So I don't regret right now. I'm happy with what I have. Right? Sir? Nope. Okay, I thought you had a question.
Danny, how do you
Yes.
hold the weight of being a hero on your shoulders?
How do I hold the weight of being a hero? Honestly, I don't, this is cliche, but I don't consider myself a hero. It's the team that brings me up. And it's funny because it's at this point where we're working so strongly together that you may think all this is I set up. It's they did it. Right? We're at this point where I don't know who gets the credit for anything anymore. We're all working so hard together, and we all have great ideas. So how do I hold it? It's not me. It's the team. Right? It's everybody who's involved in the process that helps me get elevated. Right? And when I move up, they move up. That's a great thing. Okay? Last question? Yes.
In regards to your regrets about college, if
Mm-hmm.
you had that segment of your life to do over, what would you do differently in a nutshell?
I would party more. No. Well, party in a good way, right? So, but I would really believe that everything happens for a reason, right? Because I had those regrets, it shaped me for who I am today, right? It made me work harder. It made me persevere. It made me get up faster. Remember, if you fall on your back, because if you look up, you can get up, right? And so I regret in the superficial way, but I don't really regret it because I know it made me who I am. Right? I work harder because of it. Right? I don't go backwards. I always can move forward. So Sensei Tyler has some comment cards for you guys. Just 2 questions, and it's a circle. Great, poor, right? Awesome, spectacular. And then in the back, if you have any comments beyond what we discussed, or you like to have a certain discussion for the next Master Live, let us know, and we'll address it. And there are so many snacks for you guys. Right? What's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, and the bracelets are for you. Okay. We were able to get support from Perch. If you look at the bracelet, it says "Live Joyfully," and it's Jeffrey Sears' company, organization, and One Hope. Okay. As you guys are writing, I just want to explain one thing for you. Last year, we had the opportunity to collaborate. It was an impactful collaboration with Perch. I don't know if you guys know what Perch is. Perch is a organization in throughout the States. I think you will explain it better than me, right? But they have a store location at UTC. But we met with Jeffrey Sears and his team and his director of Joy, Tom. And from that date, almost a year ago, April 25th last year, 2014, we had the opportunity to change our mindset completely, our direction, our passion, our why. their team was able to help us really understand why we do what we do, at least identify it. And with that, the team came together. Took us about 8 months to finally finalize it. But we came up with the manifesto. And this was through the efforts of Mr. Sears and his company. The manifesto is a declaration of ideas and our beliefs, our culture, our purpose, our why. Okay? We came up with 20 different sayings that every student, when they come in for the first time, they see that. It's who we are. It's not the punches and the kicks. It's who we are and who we become. The karate is just a product of what we do. It's who we are. The belt just holds up your uniform. It doesn't identify you at all, okay? But it's through this process, through the manifesto. Pick out which one is you associate with, okay? And we can share with you what we associate with. And we hope that you believe in what we believe.